Alrighty, so 5.3D. So we're going back to a concept from the very beginning in Mod 1. And we are now going to look at solving these problems that we have solved before with modeling. We are looking to solve them with proportions. Okay, so a review at the top here. This is 5.3D. We're starting to look at percent in proportions. Okay, so the review. Percentage involves part to whole relationships. If we use percent in a proportion equation, we write the percent as a fraction out of 100. For example, 72% is 72 over 100. In a percent proportion equation, we would always be looking to find one of three possible missing pieces of information: the percent out of 100, the part, or the whole. Okay, so this right here is your formula, and you have to have that formula down. Okay, so these first three problems, we're going to define a variable for the unknown and set up the problem. We're not going to solve it. I want you to see about the three different types of problems. Okay, so notice that we've got percent here, part here, and whole here. So we would have to have the two other missing pieces to find the one part we don't know. Okay, so a survey reveals 252 out of 350 students in 7th grade like to read. What percent? Okay, so X equals the percent who like to read. This is my percent symbol, percent who like to read. Okay, I'm going to use this formula right here. We don't know the percent over 100 equals the part is 252 and the whole is 350. So that is our setup when we're trying to find out the percent. Okay. Number 2, 72% of the students in 8th grade like to read. And there are 350 students in 8th grade. How many students in 8th grade like to read? Okay, so we're going to do X this time is the number of students who read. Okay, so we've got 72 is our percent, so we put 72, don't put the percent symbol, 72 over 100 equals, we're looking for the portion, the part of kids out of the 350 students. Okay, so this would be your setup if we're looking for the part. Okay, the last problem here. Let's say 72% of the students in 6th grade like to read, and we know that 252 students like to read, but we don't know how many students are in 6th grade. Write the proportion equation to answer this question. So X this time is going to be the total number of students. We've got 72 over 100. That's our percent over 100. Do not put the percent symbol in the proportion. Equals 252 is the part this time, and X is our whole. Okay, so these are the three types of problems, and we're going to use these ideas here to solve the next handful of questions. Okay, all right, so number 4. Define a variable for the unknown quantity. Write and solve a proportion to find the answer to the questions below. Write your answer in a sentence. Okay, you're taking a math test and you get 32 problems correct on the test. Your grade is 80%. How many problems were on the test? Okay, very important to be thinking about, is there a part? Is there a whole? Is there a percent? Okay, so this right here is the part. This right here is the percent. And the number of problems on the test is the whole. Okay, so that's where you're going to be plugging in those values. So we're going to let X be total problems. So we've got 80% over 100 equals 32 over X. 80X equals 3,200. We're going to divide by 80. and then x is 40. There are 40 problems on the test. Okay, so those are all of the pieces you need right here to get full credit on your test. Okay, all right, your best friend takes a math test with 40 problems. She solves 75% of the problems correctly. How many problems did your friend get correct? Okay, this is the whole this time. That's the total number of problems on the test. That's the percent. And then problems correct is going to be the part. Okay, so we've got x equals number of problems correct. So 75% over 100 equals x over 40. 100x equals, that comes out to be 3,000. Divide by 100, and we get 30. Okay, so she got 30 questions correct. Okay, got two more. Two more on the next page. Homer earns $250 a week and lives in a state that taxes income at 5%. How much does Homer pay in sales tax each week? All right, so the 250 is a part. Sorry, hang on. Earns 200. No, that's a whole. This is the whole. This is the percent. And we're looking for the tax, which is going to be a part. So x equals the amount of tax in dollars. All right, so we've got 5 over 100 equals x over 250. 100x, x equals 250 times 5, that comes out to be 1250. Divide by 100. Okay, so the answer is 12.5. So in money, Homer pays $12.50 in taxes per week. Number 7, Tony bought a CD on sale for $3 off the original price of 15 bucks. What percent was the CD marked down? All right, this is the part. This is the whole. And we're looking for the percent. Okay, so x equals, this is going to be the percent of markdown. Markdown is just kind of like a sale price. Okay, so we've got 3, let me do the percent first, sorry. X over 100 equals 3 over 15. 15x equals 300. Divide by 15. X is 20. The CD was marked down 20%. Okey-doke. Thanks, guys.